YouTube Live! You know, where else can you get so much free content than our page? Today at 11 a.m., we had our free webinar go live. It's a free webinar. It's not just a video of just me educating guys and some stuff. It's not just a podcast, which is, I think, probably my favorite out of everything. But it's a legitimate webinar that we put together, that we have all of our slides and just good content based on all my experience. I'm coming up on 13 years now. I've been doing this as a public adjuster. I've gone through hundreds upon hundreds, I don't know about thousands, but definitely hundreds of appraisals. I literally just left an appraisal right now. And if you do these appraisals more and more often, you're going to find that you're meeting a lot of the same appraisers out there anyway. And I don't even know if I should be saying this in live, but my appraisal literally lasted about 5 minutes. 5-10 minutes. Why? Because I've worked with this appraiser before. He knows I'm a straight shooter. I know he's a straight shooter. I know that we're going to review it, and I know more often than not we're going to come up to an agreement. We've had a little bit of some scuffles in the past, but frankly, we respect each other, and all it is like, I got your estimate. All right, I'll just see what I can put together, and I'll shoot it over to you. And that's the way it should be. Everything to me is about building relationships, and in the appraisal process, that's probably the most important thing, is building relationships with the fellow appraisers. Make sure you have a level of respect for them so that they have a level of respect for you. Don't fluff your estimate. Don't put all kinds of stuff that you're not supposed to. Be legitimate. Make sure everything that's in there is, and if there's something in there that you don't agree with in your own estimate, maybe it's something you're like, hey, I'm not going to be able to get this, tell that to them. Look, we could take this out of my estimate. No, this is not necessary. This was a claim here that I actually had tile flooring, where when the loss initially occurred, we thought that there was a chance, but frankly, there's no damage to the tile flooring. So as soon as I walked in, I said, hey man, don't even worry about the tile flooring. You can go ahead and get rid of that one. How often does a claim require an appraisal? Frankly, Jay, I would say like 90% of my claims end up in appraisal. They either end up in litigation, which I'd say maybe about 10 or 20% of my claims end up in litigation. Everything else is appraisal. And even some in litigation end up in appraisal too. But I believe in Florida, you could be your own appraiser. So why not? Why not go ahead and just go for it? But if you live in a state where you cannot be the appraiser and the public adjuster, build some strong relationships. Again, building relationships. Build some strong relationships with other public adjusters in your area, with other contractors in your area, with other people that they can go ahead and do the appraisal for you. Maybe not for free, but at least for a very small amount. Because remember, I own an appraisal firm getting into insurance adjusting. Hell yeah, Jay, go for it, brother. Go for it, man. I always say this is the greatest job in the world. So if you're opening an appraisal firm, get some nice flat fees together, get some hourly rates together, make sure you get a nice solid contract together, and you'll be able to charge whatever you want. The more experience you have, I'd say the more you can charge. But what I was saying is that as a PA, if you're not allowed to be the appraiser, make sure you have some good relationships with other PAs that maybe you guys can trade appraisal for appraisal or whatever. Maybe you could work something out that's just at least a low rate, because you don't want to charge the client for obviously your fee and the appraisal fee. But that being said, check out the webinar. I think you'll like it. It's not long. It's only about 45 minutes. That includes the questions. So it's basically about 30 minutes of the actual of the slides and all the content, and then it's about 10-15 minutes of questions. So check it out when you have a chance. I think you'll enjoy it. I'm pretty sure you'll learn something. I didn't really leave much out, except I did leave out the fact that the umpire does cost money, but I do mention it later on at the end of the webinar. So go ahead, check it out, share it with your friends, like and subscribe to the channel, please, so we can really get this, so we can continue this ball rolling. What am I saying? Let's keep the ball rolling is what I really wanted to say. All right, so check it out, webinar. It just came up about an hour and a half. I think you'll like it, and thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later, and have a wonderful day and a wonderful rest of your week.